Uh, Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I am happy to see you, and it's a pleasure and honor for me to be here.
Okay.
Guest speaker. My name is Young-hee Kim, and I'm doctor's program in Hanyang University, and still I'm working in Swiss company. Actually, I'm working for two companies. One is fashion, one is shoes, but not famous and not big, just small companies. And today, I would like to talk to you about work at meaning. Okay.
Work and meaning. That's fine.
Yes.
She works for a Swiss company. Okay.
And
So take good notes, guys.
I think work. Video.
Oh, okay. I want the camera to stop you.
Okay.
You.
So please go.
Okay. All right. All right.
I think work is the most important thing in life. And we can earn money and make a living, and we can also have much fun, I think, more than just play. And we can learn and develop, and we meet people and socialize and interact with them. And so I want you to consider when you find job, two things. One is the work and job company will suit your personality. And second, you have to have your dream. Over there, they're talking to each other.
Okay. Don't talk.
Thank you.
Do you have a question? Right.
Yeah. So I have been working more than 10 years. So, and sometimes I made a big mistake, and sometimes I made a good decision. So today I'd like to share with you about my work experience, and I hope this will help you when you find a job. A long time ago, when I was last semester in the university, I entered the financial company. And this time the economy was very bad, and my whole friends and me were very worried if we could get a job. And especially me, I don't like uncertainty. So I went to the kind of job information center in my university. So I asked them to recommend a company.
What university?
Should I tell them?
Yeah. Because we want a little background about you. Where
Okay.
are you from?
HYU Women's University, you know? It's Women's University in Korea, very long time ago established. Anyway, I asked them and they recommended me. So I checked the company. It's quite good. They were close from our house, and salary is good, and regular work. And work is fine for me. It's office work, so I can manage them. Anyway, I had an interview. I got into the company, so everything was good. Not that fun, excitements, but people were great, and everything is so comfortable.
So this was you first worked at a big Korean company. Right?
Yeah, Korean company. But year after year, I got boring. It's daily routine. I had no dream and special motivation, just go to work for the paycheck. And that time economy got worse, and our company should lay off some people. So I saw them lost their jobs suddenly. They have family, but they couldn't do anything. So I was shocked, so I decided to move to more stable one. So I searched internet. I found out my university, HYU University, won a staff for the university. And maybe this time is true. And that time, the university staff is quite popular for the student because it's retirement age to 65 and work finish 5 and salary is good, welfare system is good. So I applied, and the competition rate was very high. I think 1,000 people came, but I did third round of interview. I entered the university as staff. And I was so happy. Some part I was sad because I should leave the former company, which was like hometown family, because I was born in Daegu. In Seoul, I didn't know nobody, but in the company, people were very kind to me, but I should leave, so I was sad. Anyway, I was so happy because finally I got a stable job. So I went to office at first day, And I can't forget the first moment I opened the door because I couldn't breathe. When I opened the door, I felt I made a mistake. And by my intuition, just felt I made a huge mistake. I want to go back to former company. And after working, I became to know I was right. Work is so routine, and former company, there were 90% men here, 90% women. No 회식, do you know 회식? No 회식, and because they are all ladies, they should go back to home early evening. So, and the university work is very separate from outside, it's just closed. And no excitement, no fun, I was miserable. But I couldn't quit because I was afraid I can go back, I can enter another company ever, and I cannot come back to society. And all my friends told me like that, do not quit the good job. So 6 months I'm thinking, and I was very unhappy. I was terrible to go to office every morning. I cried. So 6 months, finally I made a decision and I quit the job. So I became 백수. So after 2 weeks, I was very happy. I went to trip and I got up late, watched TV. It was very fun, but after 2 weeks, it's boring to death. My old friends are working, but me, I didn't have anything to do. So I searched internet again to find a job. At that time, I want to anything. I didn't care good job or bad job. I wanted to work. So I applied to several company, and current Swiss company was one of them. The Swiss company was very small at that time. They didn't have any staff. They didn't even start business. They were looking for a person who are in charge of communication between Swiss office, head office, and Korean office. Just I applied in the Swisscom because just Swiss company. Anyway, I had an interview with them, with Korean CEO. Later, I know he was my boss's partner. And after that, after 1 month, I had an interview with my current boss, Swiss. So they offered me work together. But at that time, luckily, I got several offers from middle Korean companies. So I rejected because they are so small, and if I accept, I'll be the first staff in the company. I should do many kinds of work, which I didn't do before. And also my parents told me the Swiss company is very small. They might leave soon, anytime, because business is not going well. So I rejected, but they kept calling me. So I turned off my cell phone for 3 days. So when I turned on after 3 days, I was very surprised because there are many messages and voicemail. So I called them, and my current CEO, this man, but who speaks Korean very well, he told me, this work will suit your personality perfectly, and you'll be happy when you work with me. So please work with us, and if you work, we can increase your salary, and we will invite you to Swiss. So I accepted because till then I never been to abroad before, and Swiss was one of my favorite countries to visit. So I accepted, and I went to Swiss and spent great times, 2 weeks in his house, and I met his wife, was Korean, and she was graduated same university like me. So we became friends like mother and daughter. So anyway, I had a good time. I come back and I knew he was right. The work was perfectly right for me. I enjoyed that. I could wear. And in my 20s, I became interviewer. So I could hire people, mostly who are older than me. And I work hard, really. Before I worked for a paycheck and stable job, but this company, I really work hard to make good company for staff and profit and give good service and good shoes and good clothes anyway. Then I got more trust from them and more responsibility. Of course, there were bad times too. And for example, we were making a building that time and we were sued by construction company. But they are very like 깡패. And they told us 눈깔 빼버린다고. and construction.
Class is going to end in 2 minutes, so I want to let them ask a couple of questions, and then when we new class, you can say all this again. Oh, by what time?
40 or 45. Because I was in the middle of the meeting.
Oh, okay. Then we'll have a really quick question. One question, and then we'll take a 1-minute break, and then you can talk again, and then you can leave at 2:40. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any question? No? Okay. All right, then I guess class.
Maybe I forgot.
Oh, because we have another class. They're waiting.
Ah.
Yes. Did you have a quick question?
Are you single?
Yeah. Sad story.
And by the way, tonight we have what? We have field trip, right? Who's coming to the field trip? Yay! Everyone's coming to the field trip, right? Okay. But some of you are coming, right? I already told my wife and kids to go somewhere else. I don't want to go home by myself and be pathetic. So you're my company tonight. You have to be there. Okay. Anyway, so for those going on the field trip, we're meeting at 6:10 in front of Hanyang Plaza. Okay? Is anybody here from Wede? Yay, you came. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 5. All right, you're coming to Cheonggyecheon, right? No? Who are you guys going? I'm gonna be sitting alone drinking makgeolli at Gwangjang Market. I'll be so sad. Okay. Okay. All right. Were you guys here since 1 o'clock? Yeah. Some of you. Okay. So it was. I heard all the interesting stuff. Okay, Youngie, come on up. Okay, we're gonna have Youngie, and then we're gonna have 1 or 2 speakers from Open Door Church. Okay.
So.
You're gonna do a video, right?
Oh no, not now.
Not now. Okay. So we can talk.
Okay, happy to see you again. So 깡패, the bad people came to our company and required money, but we paid all, but they were very bad. So they sued, we were sued, and I got the kind of 고소장 paper on Christmas Eve. At that time, I should go to court more than 2 years with my lawyers, and I should prepare a lot of documents.
This is a new class, so maybe just a little brief introduction. 그럼 내가 할게. Okay. This is Youngie Kim. No, stand next to me. Okay. Youngie's one of my graduate students. Okay. So she had a lot of different life experience. Youngie was born in Daegu. Okay. Was born and grew up in Daegu, but wanted to be in the big city. So she went to Seoul for Ide, not Wede, but Ide. Okay. Iwa Women's University. Okay. And then one of her big themes is finding the kind of work that is right for you. Okay, not work that is like very prestigious or high status, but work that is good for you. Okay, and so the first company she went to, she said it was a big Korean company, 90% men. Okay. That was the best part. Yes. So it was so fun. 90% men, and they bought me dinner and drinks every night.
Yeah, for 3 years.
For 3 years. That's because she was a young chick. Okay, right.
And I graduated from Iwa.
And he graduated from Iwa. Okay, but why did you leave that big Korean company with all those men? Where?
Because
Can you close the door?
I got boring. I got bored of daily routine work after 3 years, I had no dream at that time and anything I wanted to do, and I actually I couldn't find any vision in this company.
What's the name of the company, or is it a secret?
Kind of bank federation.
Okay, so kind of a big bank operation. Okay?
And the one crucial point is the company lay off people, staff, because economy got worse, so they should lay off 10%. And they was very shocked to me.
This was during the 1997 or later?
No,
I'm not that old.
no, I'm not that old.
No, but you look so wise. Okay.
Middle of
Yeah.
2000.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's different generation. Anyway, so.
Anyway, I got shocked, so I decided to move to stable company, stable job, to guarantee my work till 65.
And what was your second job? It was at a university, right?
Yeah, so I went to university. I worked as university staff. I heard from other professors last week. Mr. Kim Kyung-min, do you know? He told me, Hanyang University tried to hire 6 staff,
Okay.
but 1,000 people came, applied. So
it was like that at your university?
yes, I think situation didn't change. I thought
Okay. So she applied for university job. And
because okay, I'll tell everything
Oh, you
again.
wanna tell? No, I want to tell. It's so fun. But you be here. I need a Q&A. So Miss Kim said I applied to university job, and because it's very stable university job, more than 1,000 applied. Okay, for one job, for one opening.
No, 20.
For 20. Okay, so 1,000 people for just 20 openings. 수천 명. 3,000. Okay, and then. But I worked hard and I did 3 rounds of interviews and I got the job.
Actually, when I had interview, I told the 총장님,
Okay.
뭐죠? 총장님 영어로? President, I wanna devote myself to this university. Sacrifice myself to this university. I told them, so I entered.
Did you lie or were you telling the truth?
At that moment, I was desperate, so I lied.
Okay. Anyway, so sometimes desperate lies can help you. But anyway, so she got the job. She was desperate, but the job was, 90% woman. So not that fun, right?
Yes, that was, I think maybe this was the reason I left, because the 90% woman was not only my boss, but also my 선배님, alumnus,
Okay.
선배님.
Right.
It's like woman army.
Okay.
And when we have lunch, we are talking drama. And I was so close, and I was very active and interesting, fun person, I think. But they are so boring, and all Romans are always talking about drama and the
Korean
issue, like 최진실, 조성민. I was sick of it.
Okay. So she got sick of all the women and she left. but she was saying that, but all my friends told me not to quit, right?
Yeah, and also I tried to do, because I became kind of leader among the people who entered same with me.
Okay.
And I tried to do hard everything, work and the activity, but I couldn't make it because it was so boring and so miserable. And I knew I envy all of them working in the company where I envy all the person who were working at the company at that time, because I couldn't feel comfortable. I couldn't feel happy, and I think the 6 months was the hardest miserable time for me in my life.
Do you understand? Because she said university was so different from regular company life. I felt very separated.
And I think the reason I thought later, because I didn't know my aptitude. I didn't know what kind of work, company job would suit me. I just decided the job as stable and paycheck, the wrong motivation.
Right. So she just wanted the stable job. That's what everybody else told her, right? But she realized that this is not really eventually quit. I just took a break for 2 weeks. I watched
No, 2 months.
2 months.
2 months, 백수.
Okay. Wow, you know yourself more than I do. Anyway, so 2 month break, and then I got bored again.
I got bored to death.
Get bored to that, and then again you're getting more desperate. So you're applying
More
to
desperate than before.
more desperate. Okay, so I'm applying to like more jobs, right?
Yes.
And then finally this 이상한 Swiss company called me.
이상한 Swiss company
Right.
called me 1,000 times.
1,000 times. And then I turned off my cell phone for 3 days.
Yes, really.
So, but then when I turned my cell phone back on, they keep calling me.
Yeah, it's true. I turned on, phone is calling,
Right.
really, from them.
As soon as I turned it on, they call, and then I finally took up the call. And
Yes.
And what did the guy say? I love you? No.
He said, this work will suit you. I guarantee this work will suit you, and if you work with us, you will be happy and you will be kind of succeed. So please help with us.
Okay. Oh, wedded people, I'll give you a separate sign-up sheet, okay? Or just email me, okay? I trust that you're being honest.
And he, I stressed it more.
Yeah. And so, okay, and how did you decide to say yes?
So he suggested me to increase my salary, and he invited me to Swiss. And I never been to Swiss before, so I've never been to any country before. So Swiss and one of my favorite country to visit, so I accepted. I flew to Swiss and went to ski together and had stayed at his house. And his wife was Korean and graduated the same university with me, so we became very close.
I see. So that's why you decided to accept the job.
Yes, I felt like became family, one of their family.
That's
So,
fine. And so what's the name of your new company? Swiss company's name is what?
one is Good News Industry, the other is Aurora Sunday, and the other is Camilla, and we have several companies.
Several companies. And why is the job suitable for you? What do you do?
I do all things. Even though companies small, they need accounting, sales, marketing, general affair, hiring, human resources, and I should do many kinds of work, and which I didn't do before, never.
That's fine. Anyway, so the first half of the story is how I found a job that was right for me. Okay? The second half I want to talk about is how, these young people, can find a job, right? And so you have some suggestions, right? Because Miss Kim, she does a lot of interviews, and most applicants are good or they suck. What? Most applicants are strong or weak?
10% was good and 90% was suck.
Okay, so 90% of you suck.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's not you are not good. Reason is different. So I'll tell you later.
Tell me. Oh, wait.
But I have story to tell.
Oh, you have a story to Okay.
Maybe I should delay my meeting later. Anyway, 깡패 came to my company.
Okay. Gangsters came to my company.
So I was very hard, and also some other difficulties because the tax investigation. Our company was subject to tax investigation, and tax government officer. I feel like robbery, 강도. They took money, I thought, and it's very stressful. Maybe you will know when you get someday. And sometimes staff, people fought each other. And sometimes economy and our sales was very bad, so I really tried too hard to just survive the company. I had many obstacles and difficulties while working, so I asked to my staff why I work here, even though this is stressful and hard work. So, and I became to know I didn't work about paycheck or stable job anymore. Just I like the work, I like the people, and I I really want company to survive and make a good shoes and clothes and good service to other people. So I work hard, truthfully, and I got more trust and I got more time to control. So I finished my master's degree while working, and I traveled a lot. 3 or 4 times a year I traveled, including Swiss. And I met many people, became friends with them. Some weeks ago, I went to Japan to congratulate my best friend's wedding. Actually, she was my buyer. She's my buyer. And I made a speech in front of people as her best friend.
Anyway, 잘났어. But what I really want to know is...
So, I want to tell you, work can make your life happy, more happy and rich, if you find the right work for you. And my parents hate this job, hated before, because this is very small. They're afraid they might leave soon, and they want me to be an officer or a kind of 판사, just lawyer. But I knew I didn't suit me, so I pursued with them and I continued to work. Anyway, 잊어먹었어요, 말 시켜서.
미안해. 근데 궁금해.
그러니까 얘기할게요, 잠깐.
오케이.
So it doesn't matter what other people think and what your parents said to you. What you think is, you should know your aptitude, and you should think very carefully. This company, job, and work will suit your personality and aptitude. And also you should have dream, because even though your work will suit your personality, but if you don't have dream, you don't have passion, motivation to work continuously, then you will get boring and you have no meaning to work. So I suggest you really should consider your aptitude, personality. And I have 3 more examples to show this. Can I get there? One is my cousin sister. She entered the law school in Daegu, and she studied first semester law. So she passed the test, 27 years old, quite young, and she became lawyer. She came to Seoul, and she went to the 서초동, the lawyer's office. But she quit within 1 year, really. Even though she studied more than 10 years, and including the 사법연수 anyway. So she quit because the lawyer work didn't suit her at all. So she got sick. She went back to Daegu, and now she just raised her baby. Doesn't do any work. And one of my relatives went to government office, 전기공사, and I think it's good company, stable. But he quit within 3 months, really. And now he went to the insurance company, now insurance salesman. And now he became kind of branch manager of insurance company, and he said he earned a lot of money. And the last example is my friends, my best friends. They entered the big company like LG, Samsung, really. They try hard and went to big company. And they quit, all of them, they quit and stay home because they should work till 2 or 3 a.m. every day, and they should get sales test every month. They said this was very stressful, and they got sick too, and they quit. And I would like to consider this example, and I think it's no matter company is good and scale is big or small, or the most important is you like, and if you enter the company, at least you should work well. Then for that, the work will fit you. So.
Okay, but I think everybody wants to be like Miss Kim. You want to join a company so you can quit.
I don't think everyone want to be like me. I don't think someone want to go big company,
Okay.
but I think everyone is different, and every company is different too. So maybe and if you have the right job for your aptitude, you'll be much happier than now.
My main point is that they first want to get a job, okay?
Yes.
And then so we want to know why is it that 90% of applicants suck?
90%? It's a bit 과장된.
Maybe 80.
80% I came to interview to our company, but they didn't know what we do.
Okay.
They didn't study about the company they will interview. They didn't even look homepage on the internet. But many of them made the same mistake. And then no matter what their good grade, but I can't hire because I know they don't have interest in our company. They just want to work, paycheck, or our company, just one of them among the many companies they applied before. So at that time, I let them go. I couldn't hire. But many people made this mistake. So it's very 안타까워요.
So that's mistake number one, not researching our company.
Mm.
Do you have another?
And they didn't study our company at all.
Okay.
Just come in. They don't know our company shoes or fashion. They don't know our company what doing.
So number one, always come prepared.
Mm.
Okay. Is there any other recommendation?
Number two is you should be a good person. Because I think these days we can search, we can go to almost all information through internet, and everyone is very good. TOEIC and grade, most of them are very good, and it doesn't matter actually. I confess I never the resume carefully. It doesn't matter the grades, the university, anything. It doesn't matter. What really matter is personality, really. And I hire people who I wanna eat together, travel together, comfortable person. And comfortable person, we can train them. Company can train them and teach the skills, but personality, we cannot teach personality. So I think in the future, personality may be more and more important than now. So you should try to be good person, really. Maybe you should pretend to be good person in front of the interviewer.
Right. Do you like somebody who calls you like, oh, 언니, or do you like?
Maybe sometimes some candidates tell me, "Oh, you're pretty, you look young."
Okay.
Then I
Right.
hired, really.
Alright, so call her pretty. Okay. So
When I was young, I'm so immature, so maybe I made mistakes sometimes.
okay. Alright.
I have one more.
Okay.
And you should do your interview very positively and 좋은 이렇게 밝은 얼굴로. Smile.
Smile, bright face.
And the last tip for you, company is very afraid to hire people who don't have any experience, any work experience. At least you should have Arbeit experience or intern. No matter what, any company require people who work any organization or company or 식당. It doesn't matter.
Does it matter if it's paid or not paid?
It doesn't matter. Just need work experience, at least 1 month, because it's very hard to train person who doesn't have any experience. It's very hard.
Right. So if you get a job, stay. Don't just maybe quit after 6 months.
Yeah.
All right. Miss Kim has to go soon. So do you guys have any quick questions?
No. I play video.
When do you have to go? 언제 가야 돼?
3시 5분.
3시 5분? 왜냐면 지금 학생들 좀 질문이 있는 것 같아.
그럼 저 가고 이거.
가고 나서 내가 할게. Okay. Come on up. Okay. All right. I want everybody to ask questions. Whether people too. Okay. All right. What's your question?
My question is, what you said was the company saw the applicant's personality, but through the CV we cannot see what the person's personality is. So when you choose the CV before the interview, what is the main point of your company's selection or something like that? Because you said that you have travel or you have climbing mountain, but before the interview we cannot do that because there are so many applicants. So we can just do what's in the CV through CV resume.
소개서 document 처음에
I didn't read the resume, but I read the CV, 자기소개서, very carefully.
Yeah,
And
but
I can know how they write the sentence and the experience. I can know their lying word
But
because
these days most of the people write not their real experience. They
I
write
can know that.
their, but
you can know that.
Maybe
Really?
all the interviewers know that. Really, I'm sure.
really,
Because I interviewed a lot, maybe hundreds, 300 people. So I know they copy or just lying.
so
Or
you know
just-
the applicant's personality.
Maybe I
Personality through
know
the CV.
100%, but I have feeling
Okay.
by my intuition. So I think it doesn't matter. You should write the CV perfectly. Just you should do it honestly. It's very important.
Yeah, but what I've heard from you was some idealistic because of the vision, stable job, and the money. That was a little idealistic. So I want the really point, the important point or a factor or something like that. Just exact like what you said was just brightness. That would be every good point to not only job but also in their life. So I mean, for jobs or for interviews, I want to know about the exact point of the companies, what they want or points of.
Company want people who are ready for the job and who has good personality and who has passion and motivation to work for this company, who share the vision, and who are fun. Really, fun is important.
Smile. Okay.
Not smile, fun. Humorous maybe help.
Any question? Okay. Oh, what's your name? Okay, remember that name when you look at CV. What's your name?
My name is Haeyoung Kim.
Okay.
I was trying to apply for intern to build my experience, but they require me to have experience. So, what should I do?
I'm sure you have find the company who does not require experience. I'm sure you can find it. I 진짜 많이 떨어졌어요. Before I entered the first company, I rejected by a lot of companies. Maybe 50 companies reject me. So you should try.
Also, I think Ms. Kim said it doesn't have to be intern. Even Arbeit is fine, right? You have to show that you can work in any organized setting. Okay, so Arbeit is fine. Maybe even 학원,
Maybe 봉사 활동도.
봉사활동. Okay, but I think it's important to show that you can be responsible. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, right. That's the point.
Right. So whether it's volunteer or company or anything, you have to show that you were responsible.
And company are very afraid if we hire people, but very many people leave company very soon. So we're very afraid because hiring costs money, effort, time. Yes, we train them perfectly, but they leave. So we don't want staff leave after training. So we want responsibility.
Right, responsible people. Okay, anybody else? This is your last chance to get information about getting a job. I thought you'd be more desperate. Nobody? Nobody?
학생은 아닌 사람 말고 학생 아닌 사람 말고 이거 퍼스널리하게 물어보. 이거 봐야 돼 이거.
When should you mention how much you pay or anything like that in an interview? Should you mention something like that as a applicant? Should you mention about pay?
Yes,
Salary.
yes, of course.
Is okay
And
for
job
that?
opening, we showed salary in the job opening.
Okay.
And we don't call who require more money than our standard.
That's fine. You have to go to meeting, right? So
But
I'm gonna email this to the students.
really?
Don't worry. I make them part of their homework. And also, it's 3 o'clock. We have another speaker.
Okay.
So get out.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.